Well, hey, Beth, it's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another review on Real Housewives, New Jersey, okay? Let's not waste no time. Let's go ahead and get into last night's episode. So Teresa and Louis, okay? Y'all know they were having, well, not so much as Louis, but Teresa was having a conversation with Joe and Teresa about her pretty much not having a bag and her pretty much being on the side of Miss Jennifer after Jennifer sat up there and pretty much gathered the girls on last episode, okay, and let Miss what's her name, Melissa know that, girl, I'm not afraid of you. So what's going on, okay? So they were getting on to Teresa's case about her not having their bag, and then who we got? I think that's her name, Tracy. Tiki's girl, she up there running her mouth, okay, about how she feel like Teresa should have been there for the family and stuff. I really wanted her to go to the back where the rest of the ladies were, because nobody else added their input, okay? Go back there. So Teresa decides to walk out with Louis or whatever, and then Joe follows her out to check on her or whatever. Tracy over there running to the ladies like, yeah, Teresa's outside crying. And it's like, girl, shut up. Teresa's crying? What happened? Let us know. Oh my God. Like, Tracy really bothered me. Teresa feels like, okay, girl, I just feel like nobody else should be getting involved in what we got going on. All right. Now I'm with her on that. Okay. I just feel like y'all, no ma'am. Okay. It's an ABC conversation. Okay. Dive your way out, Miss D, Miss Tracy, girl. You all up in the midst of it, okay? She feel like, so Teresa feel like people should just fall back. And I agree with that. Joe says that he doesn't want her to be up there crying, but sometimes he does want to just have his sister, and he wants his sister to have his back. So Teresa's just like, okay, I can have your back more. I mean, if you don't want me to talk to her no more, then I won't talk to her no more. If that's what y'all want, okay? Like that, he's like, girl, I just want you to have my back at the end of the day, period. Whatever they look like for you, have my back, okay? Teresa also tells him that she feels like he should just overlook the things that Jennifer says or something like that. And he doesn't necessarily agree with that because she doesn't always overlook what other people say herself. So how you gonna tell me to do that when you don't do that, right? So that's the thing. What else? Teresa feels like he should just overlook the things that Miss Girl said about him. Teresa, what else? Oh, for me, Teresa, I do feel like you think the standard should be a bit different for you than it is for everybody else. I'm just really going back thinking about what your brother said, like you telling me to just not pay attention to it when you sit up there and you be paying attention to it, but you want to change that for me. In addition to that, you telling people on the last week's episode that you don't like mess, you don't like people gossiping or being messy or whatever it is that you say, but you was running around at this lady's husband's party telling everybody that he cheated on her. So that was messy as hell. But you, for some reason, you be wanting the standards to kind of change when it comes to you. And I don't like that, Miss T. Okay. Teresa tells Joe from now on, she's going to have his back. So all is well. Tracy gets ready to, as Teresa and them are walking off, Tracy pulls her to the side to have a conversation. When she has this conversation with her, she pretty much reinforces this girl. She reinforces what Teresa already heard her say when they was in there in the kitchen. Okay, so you didn't have to run back and tell me a mother thing, girl. You really could have kept it to yourself. All right. So unless you was coming back, apologizing for intruding and adding your 2 cents in on me and my family's discussion, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Is how I'm seeing the situation. Okay. So I really was like, girl, just shut up and go back. Okay. Marge. Okay. What? Marge talks to Teresa about a video. Okay, y'all know the video that's been going around about Louis. She talks to her about that video. Hey, have you seen that video? Teresa's like, no, I haven't. And Gia's all over social media and she hasn't seen it either. Marge is like, girl, I don't believe none of that you're talking about. And I have to say, I agree with Marge. Right? If Teresa has not seen that video, it's because she really, really does not want to see that video. So she's putting things in place to avoid the video. All right. And I also feel like she probably told Gia, if you've seen that video, don't tell me about it. I don't want to know about it. But I high-key feel like both of them saw that video and they just don't want to talk about it amongst the crew, because I'm seeing more and more what people are saying about Teresa being in La La Land and her being so in love that she's overlooking the stuff that's right in front of her. But okay, girl. So Joe is mad, right? He's talking to the guys and Joe is upset with the fact that Bill did not stand up and have his back or anything, or even give him a call to talk to him about how his wife acted towards him. And I just feel like I cannot be Team Joe on this situation. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry that I cannot be Team Joe in this situation. First of all, you didn't even see that man stand up there and have his own wife's back. So how he gonna sit up there and have your back or apologize or do anything? First person that's owed an apology is to his wife, because first and foremost, he's supposed to have her back the same way you had your wife's back. Right. So yeah, no. And then I also feel like, Joe, you got yourself involved in what the ladies had going on. If you would have just shut the hell up, then maybe none of that work would have came your way. So I feel like that's not fair that you could sit up there and be disrespectful, but then you sit up here and you want Jen to respect you. No. Okay. So yeah, when y'all dish it, y'all need to be able to take it. Like, y'all need to be able to take it when y'all be sitting up here dishing it out. So Marge goes over and she talks to her mom, and she tells her mom, I think that was her mom. She talks to her mom about Teresa and her man. And I just feel like that was Mexican messy boots. Why you over here telling your mama about my business with my man? I don't talk like that. I don't talk to her like that. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. Okay, don't be telling her my business, girl. Do I know her business? Don't be telling your mama my mother business like that. Anyway, so I just feel like when Marge was talking to her mom, I did feel like it was messy. I know Marge was trying to come from a place of being concerned, but also being messy at the same time. But Marge brought up something that was more important to me than this video. Marge brought up the fact that there's another rumor floating out there about Louis and how Louis put hands on his ex-girlfriend in front of her children. That is more important to me than a damn video. I don't know if she was bringing up the video in an effort to segue into that particular conversation, and it has yet to happen. But I feel like that's what we need to find out about first. I don't give a damn about this video with him being around the guys and apologizing or whatever, okay? Whatever he said it was, let that be what it is. But this is what we need to address. Let's be direct, not indirect. What happened? What did you do this? What happened? What was the layout? Like, we need to know. We need answers. What's happening? Okay. And if Marge and them are not in the best place, meaning that they just friends, I guess, or somewhat friends, if they aren't going to be the ones to bring it to play, definitely should be Joe, because that's her brother. Okay. Joe should definitely bring that up. That's way more important. Okay. Jennifer and Bill ended up telling their oldest daughter about his infidelity. Okay, so she is aware, but the younger kids do not know yet. But she's aware because she's a teenager, right? I think the girl like 14, 15 years old. So some of these little young kids be watching Housewives and stuff. And I'm sure the conversations, or at least they parents, right, that go to the same school, be watching it. So they probably going to bring it up to the kids and all of this. So this little girl need to be prepared for the conversations that's probably going to end up coming her way. All right. So later on, we could see where Jennifer ends up working out with Dolores. So they're working out. Jennifer over there crying and stuff, whining and everything about the whole situation with the girls and the cheatations of her husband. So she's crying about that, worried about how it was going to affect her kids and all this other stuff, right? I don't know, y'all. I think it could be that she crying because of how it's going to affect her children, but a strong part of me feels like Jen is really crying based on how this is going to affect her perfect image. That's just what I think. Okay. What else we see? She also she talked about feeling like she was being ganged up on by the ladies, because she was. She also is upset with him for not having her back. So she's mad with her husband because Dolores asked her, like, are you mad? She was like, yeah, I'm mad with him. Like, he ain't have my back. Like, I put this man on a pedestal for like 10 years. Okay, 10 years of my life, and the least he could do was step out and step up for at least once to have my back. And that's a problem for me right out the gate, that you've been supporting him for a whole 10 years or whatever, and he can't show the same. Okay, he can't give you, like, what? No, ma'am. And then some part of me is kind of like, whose fault is that? Were you raised up to put this man on a pedestal? Was that the foundation of the relationship, or did you just decide to put him on this pedestal, girl? I don't know, okay? Because the pedestal should have definitely been lowered when y'all got ready to have y'all first child. You was pregnant, you found out that he cheated, and then later on that day or the next day, you ended up giving birth to the child, and then y'all didn't have no more conversations about it at all. Girl, the pedestal should have definitely been lowered at that point, but okay. All right, girl. So Dolores asked her if she's past the affair. Okay, are you past the affair? And Jennifer says that she's numb. And in that moment when she said she was numb, I'm like, how can she really not past that? That's why she's the crying she's doing is likely because of her image, but also because she's still hurt by what it is that he did. Because had he never done it, it would have been nothing to even bring to the forefront to even give these people something to talk about. So she's still hurt by that. Okay, she says that after it happened, she promised herself that she wasn't gonna bring it up again. And I felt like her not bringing it up is her way of also not being able to like fully deal with what happened. They just kept, progressing and moving on in life like everything is grand and she has this awesome family. Okay. She created in her head. So it just makes me like she created in her head the image of what she thinks her family is. And that's fine. But sometimes it makes me think that in that marriage, in her place in that marriage, she's not a realist either. So I don't know, girl. She does confirm that she don't really know how to deal with it, though. She did confirm that because she put it in the back of her mind so much and said that she was just going to move forward and never bring it up again. What else? So Dolores tells her that it's okay to communicate with Bill how she's feeling about everything. Like he seems like he's a stand-up guy. He seems like he's open to hear you and listen. So if you're feeling away, just let your husband know that, right? That's a great question. I would think that she could do that, but I don't know what kind of pedestal she done put him on. Does she feel like she can't express it? I mean, maybe she feel like she don't want to be bothering him or something. I don't know, child. But either way, girl, let that man know how you feeling. You damn sure need to cuss him out about not being the united front. Okay, the way Joe be standing up there for Miss Melissa, girl, he need to pick up some type of balls around there and have your back. Okay, so Dolores ends up getting a call from her mom. Y'all know earlier that day she was concerned about her mom, always concerned about her parents and what they eat and stuff, right? Well, she was asking her mama about eating cookies or something like that for well, she asked her for breakfast. I said, not eating cookies for breakfast. Okay, then. Well, we did learn that her mom has blockage around her heart. It's about 90% blockage. So I guess a procedure or something is going to have to be done. So Dolores was definitely upset about that. So she ended up, going to see her mom and get that situation seen about. When they was working out, I was looking at Dolores like, bro, that body looks great. Dolores looks wonderful. Now, when Dolores squatted to the ground, I do know that booty is fake. When she hit the ground and hit that squat, I definitely know that booty is fake. But either way, she looks cute. You know what I'm saying? I said, you better work out with that young looking body. Go ahead, Miss Dolores Squirrel. Anyway, let's get to the guys in the group chat. Because, of course, the guys are going to try to link up later that day. And they decided to invite Bill. Okay. Now, when they sent out this text, I think it could have been Frank inviting Bill or one of the guys. Joe decided he was going to be messy boots. So to me, Joe, you do act like what she called you. I can't remember, a little bitch boy. I can't remember what she called you, but you definitely come off as that person with the fact that you would text in the group and say, F you, Bill, or something like that. And I'm like, now, if Bill would have said F you, Joe, it would have been a whole thing about it. Okay, so there's that, right? What else did I have? I had you bringing in the women's drama into the men's mess. When had you not got yourself involved to begin with, she never would have came for yours. It's okay. And then now you over here expecting an apology and all this extra stuff. Joe, see, that's what be irritating me. I already see about Teresa, Melissa and Joe. Y'all be doing a lot of stuff that y'all bring on yourselves and then be expecting people to respect, honor, and apologize to y'all for whatever reason. No. Marge husband, when y'all get ready to link up, okay, they get ready to have dinner or whatnot, right? First of all, before we even get there, Bill got that message, right? He was talking to his wife about that whole FU Bill thing, and he didn't really know how to take it. But right out the gate, because he sent that, Jennifer already knew how to read the situation and already knew that they was going to be coming for him. Right out the gate, already knew. Okay, so she kind of gave him a little heads up, but I think he probably knew it too. All right. So once everybody gets there, of course, Bill is the very last one to arrive. But before he gets there, Marge's husband could not wait to sit down and bring up the additional rumors that he found out about Louis and the video, or not so much as the video, I'm sorry, but the attack or the whatever, the altercation that happened between the ex-girlfriend in front of her children. Joe really did not know how to respond, didn't know what to say, like how to bring this to my sister, because y'all know she's all in love and she's just blind and all this extra stuff. But hopefully he can get around to having that conversation with her. Okay. And I feel like, Joe, them the more meaningful conversations you need to be over here having, instead of over here questioning this man, asking about why he ain't hit you up and apologize or stand up and check his wife and all this other stuff. You won't be checking yours. So anyway, what else? So they talking about Bill. They talk about Bill not standing up for his wife or whatever like that, or not, standing up for Joe or anything like that. And I just, like I said earlier, he didn't even stand up for his wife. He completely removed himself earlier on in the altercation. So what makes you think he gonna do anything in support of you or apologize? Okay. What else? When Bill arrives and they immediately start to speak on the wife. Here go Tiki immediately. Hey, Bill, did you think the message that Joe sent you, did you think he was serious or not? And Bill was like, well, I'll be honest, I didn't really know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't even respond to y'all. I just decided I'll just pull up on y'all anyway. I mean, I don't know what the hell going on, right? So Joe calls out his wife and says that she's disgusting and she crossed the line. And let Bill had told Joe his wife was disgusting, Joe would have cussed him out. Joe would have, you don't sit up there and just start up and call this man wife disgusting, talking about she crossed the line. So Bill asked if Marge crossed the line. So he go, Bill said, okay, well, do you feel like Marge crossed the line? Because Marge also went and dug into some information as well. So if you're going to say what you're saying about my wife, then you need to make sure that you apply it to all parties accordingly, okay? So then Evan hops into the conversation. I ain't with you, Evan. Evan now says that Jen was trying to find information to hurt individual people. And she's not a good person. No, you're not a good person. How about that? And now some part of me don't even feel bad that Teresa was running around telling everybody that you cheated. Because also, had you not been out here doing whatever it is that you was doing, it wouldn't have been nothing for nobody else to tell either. You tried to sit up there and act unfazed, right? When you were sitting down at the whole, when all the mess went down between Melissa and Jen or whatever, you tried to sit up there and like you was a bit unfazed, but then you let Joe get in your head and now you feel away and now you want to sit up and say she was looking up information about individual people and da-da-da-da. All y'all do that. At least y'all wives do. So I don't know why y'all trying to sit up here and make him feel so terrible. Okay, and then he gonna tell Bill if she isn't a good person, then explain what one is or something like that. And Bill say, okay, baby, that's my cue. You ain't got to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. Okay. Bill got up and Bill went ahead and headed out because obviously y'all were not in a place where y'all were willing to have conversations. And then you got to understand who you're talking to. Bill don't seem like a person Bill ain't about that arguing and confrontational life. He's just not. Okay. He's about conversations. Okay. So that was pretty much that. Evan started being messy even more, throwing more fire. Okay, more fuel to the fire. Bye. All right, then go then. Bye. Talking all that little mess. And it's like, Evan, whatever you need to do to distract from your transgressions. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than one woman out here that you was over there cheating with. Let's be clear. Okay. So there's that, I kind of jumped around. I'm sure it was some other stuff that went on in the episode that I didn't really care too much about. I try to pull out the main points and get to that. All right. I want to hear you all's thoughts and how you felt about the guys and the way that they came at Bill. Or do you feel like they were wrong? Or do you feel like, hey, it is what it is because, Joe had a point. He should have checked his wife. Or do you feel like, no? Okay. Are you feeling how I'm feeling? And I'm also feeling like, listen, his wife need to be able to check him, and he also need to go over there and apologize to his wife before he sit up here and apologize to Joe. I want to hear you all's overall thoughts, and also let me know how y'all feeling about Tracy. Because the way Tracy was all up in these people's business, family business, when everybody else was outside, I wanted her to go find her man and be outside with them. Girl, goodness gracious. But that's all that I have on Real Housewives of New Jersey, honey. Go ahead and hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you have yet to do so, because you just might want to. Okay, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.